Hey everyone, happy Monday. Welcome to a new episode on Motivational Monday Message. Of course, if you're tuning in, just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube or to the podcast, whichever one that you're listening to on today. Just make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the link. Share what you're listening to. You see my shirt I have on today. I have on my coffee scrubs and prayer from my girl, my sis Dee. She's in Tampa. So you guys, she owns a wax room, and she asked Lord, I can't even get my words together. She sells scrubs also. So this dope shirt that I got on, we actually wear it every Monday on our prayer calls. So you can actually go to her business page, My Endless, and join our prayer call every Monday, first and foremost. Every morning at 8 o'clock. It's for businesses. You can list your business on there so that we can pray for your businesses. Or if you just need prayer for yourself, we'll also do that also. But make sure y'all go to her page and like her page for me, please. And thank you. So, I have this shirt on because we did Monday morning prayer this morning. And this is what we wear every Monday. Also, I think that's it. I think that's it I'm going to talk about. Yeah, that's going to be it on that part. Anyway, y'all, I just lost my train of thought that fast. But today's topic is going to be... she's a runner. I'm a runner. I'm a runner. Some of my problems I like to run from. These last couple of days, y'all, have been so mentally draining for me. It's really been mentally draining, and I don't even know why it's been mentally draining, but it's just been draining, and I've been so tired. But while I was in Maryland, I came back home from Maryland on Friday. And, I had a lot of extra time. I had some downtime while I was there. And the Lord reminded me, he was telling me, he was like, you Hagar. I'm like, how am I Hagar? I didn't sleep with my boss's husband. Like, how am I Hagar? So just a quick synopsis of who Hagar is. So Hagar was the maid of Sarah and Abraham. So when the Lord told Abraham and Sarah that they were going to have a baby, they didn't believe it. So, they started trying to make ways of their own to make the prophecy come to pass. So Sarah told Abraham to go ahead and sleep with her maid Hagar. Yes, they are ratchet in the Bible too, y'all. They were ratchet in the Bible too. So Abraham, being a man, he like, let's just make this clear. You want me to sleep with your maid who you told me to do. So when this come back later, do not try to say that, I did this on my own. Sarah, you told me to do this. I'm following your instructions. I'm going to sleep with the maid. This, my version of how it went. Anyway, Abraham goes sleep with the maid, and he gets the maid pregnant. Boom. He did exactly what his wife told him to do. Anyway, Sarah gets in her feelings now to Hagar pregnant, and guess what? She started being mean and nasty to Hagar. Okay, it is what it is. I'll probably be in my feelings too. I know I made a decision, but I'll probably be in my feelings too. At the end of the day, Hagar runs away. Hagar runs away. All right. So the Lord was like, you're Hagar. You're running from your problems. But God told Hagar, he came and seen her when she was running away and told her, carry your butt back. Carry your butt back and submit to Sarah, who is your boss. But when you submit to her, just know that even though it may not be right, I just need for you to submit to her. But at the end of the day, the son that you're going to have, I'm going to give you more descendants than you can even count. I just need for you to go submit to your boss. And the thing is that God showed me, he said, I need you to start submitting to your adversities. I need you to start submitting to the things that you're running from. I need you to submit to your problems, because once you start submitting to your problems, it's going to birth something out of you that you really didn't expect. It's going to birth something out of you where you're expecting one thing, but I'm going to multiply that thing for you where beyond you won't even be able to count. But I need for you to submit to the thing that you're trying to run from, because that thing is going to make you grow. That thing is going to help enlarge your territory. That thing is going to help you to grow beyond what you thought you could expand to. And the thing is that when things do get hard, we do want to run. In my mind, I'm thinking I'm running. I don't have to look at it. As long as I don't see it, it's out of sight and it's out of mind. I don't have to deal with it as long as it's not in my face, and I just want to get away from it. I don't want to deal with it. I'm stressed out. I don't know what to do. So let me just get away from it and disconnect for a while. And God has said, no, I don't need you to disconnect. I don't need you to disconnect from that problem. I need for you to submit to that problem, because there's going to be some things that I'm going to show you in that problem that is going to grow you for your future self. It's going to help you grow to help your generations to come to grow. I need to do something inside of you that is going to expand, not just for you, but to expand for those that are coming behind you. But it's going to require you to submit. I know a couple episodes ago, I told y'all, like when Noah had people attached to him, where the animals that were coming to him were scurrying to him so that they could stay alive. It's some things that are attached to you that require you to submit so that they can stay alive in generations to come. But it's going to have you're going to have to deal with some adversities. You're going to have to deal with some things that are uncomfortable. And one thing about it is that we haven't been saved all our lives. We haven't been saved all our lives, and we've gotten to where we have these problems, and we feel so alone. And right now, let's just talk about me right now. I just feel like I'm on this road, and there's nobody on this road. It's like the road is deserted, and I'm coming to this fork in the road. And I don't know how many other people feel like this. You get to this fork in the road. It's this fork. You don't know which way to go, but you are determined. Like, I've made so many past mistakes in my life. I cannot afford a wrong decision. I cannot afford to make the wrong decision. I can't afford to go the wrong way. And so you get to this fork in the road, and you're like, okay, God, direct me. But now you're so overthinking it, especially if you're analytical. You're overthinking it, and you think you hear God's voice, but it might be the enemy trying to tell me, and you going back and forth, that now you're at this fork in the road and you're stuck because you have fear of making the wrong decision instead of just stepping out and just going. Instead of just stepping out and going, you're stuck. And why are you stuck? Because I'm scared. I don't want to make a wrong decision. I'm tired of starting over. Every time I turn around, I'm starting over. I'm tired of starting over. I'm just ready to get to this end that God has promised me to. I'm ready to get to the plans that He said are good and not disaster. I'm tired of going through, and I'm here, and I don't know which way to go. And it seems like if I look to the left, all I see is a deserted open road. If I look to the right, it's a deserted open road. I don't see no lights. I don't see no sign of this is the right direction. All God is wanting me to do is just trust Him. But which way do I trust Him to go? Which way do I trust Him to go? And this is where we get, I'm not going to make this decision. I'm going to turn around and go back to who I used to be. I'm gonna go back to what's comfortable, because this decision is too hard. Because if I mess up, I'm gonna end up in a worse situation that I was in from the get-go. So let me just be comfortable and stay where I was. And God is like, no, we're not doing that. We're moving forward. We're not continuing to look on the past anymore. We're letting go of the past. We're moving forward. But you're stuck, and now you got this anxiety, and you're just like, how do I make it? God, I can't start over again. I just need for you to order my steps. I need for you to show me where to go. Just give me some kind of direction. Send somebody. I'm on this road by myself. Nobody's here to be like, okay, God says do this. You're looking for a word of God, and you're looking for somebody to say that God told me to tell you to do this, but yet God is with you the entire time, and you're so overthinking this thing, thinking that if I make a wrong decision, it's going to end me. This could be the decision that breaks the camel's back. This could be the decision that ends my life entirely. This could be the decision where I do not come back from it. But do you think that God is going to punish you for stepping out on faith? Do you think that God is going to punish you for trusting Him? It looks like the end is near. It looks like I'm standing in front of this fork in the road. like I have an end right here. I can go left. I could go right. But the end is here and I don't know which way to go. And you like, God, where do I go? But you're battling in your mind that is, I don't know if it's God or if it's the enemy. I don't know if it's fear and I don't know if it's faith. But you got to know that God already knew which way you were going to take before you even took it. You got to know that no matter what way you take, that everything has to work together for your good. You have to know that even though it doesn't look like either way is showing you what lies ahead, even though one side might look like it's glitz and glamour or one side may just look, of course, you know, we may choose the side that got the glitz and glamour. That's what Lot did. When Abraham and Lot had to split apart, and Abraham said, which one do you want to go to? Listen, Lot was like, this one look like it's all the way together. This one already looks like it's fertile ground. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this one. But little did he know that the one that looked good, the one that looked like it was already prepared, the one that looked like it was already ready to do what it has to do was the same one that got destroyed. It was the same one that was against God. So even though it looked good, it was wrong in so many other ways. God wasn't in it. So you have to pay attention to those things too. Like if it looks too good to be true, sometimes it is. Sometimes it is, because we don't want to do no work. We want something that's already prepared, when God is like, I just need for you to trust me through the process. The process does not mean go from start to finish right then and there, but you have to go from start. You got to do some work in the middle. You might got to jump a couple hurdles and jump a couple hoops, and then you get to the finish. But we want it where it's already prepared, and God's like, no, I need for you to trust me through the process, because when you're trusting me through the process, it's going to build your faith. So when you decide, okay, God, do I go left or right? You listen, have an ear to hear. You bind every demon that you think is talking to you. You bind every distraction and listen to that still voice on telling you which way to go. A lot of times the answer is right in front of you, but we have so many distractions and we're distracted by what we see. We're distracted by what we see, when a lot of times it's right in front of us, and it's the little things, the things that you don't expect. And because you don't expect it, you don't think that it's God. But God says that my ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. When you learn to clear everything out, whether it requires you to fast and cut some things off and ignore a few things in order for God to completely rest in God to get what you're searching for, then you better believe that God is going to tell you to go left, or he's going to tell you to go right. He's going to send you a sign and it's going to come, but it is going to have to, you're going to have to eliminate worry. You're going to have to eliminate anxiety, and you're going to have to eliminate fear of making the wrong decision. See, a lot of us are holding on to that fear because we're so scared that we're going to end up where we used to be, but you're not going to end up where you used to be. Before you didn't trust God, before you didn't know God, before you weren't studying, before you didn't even have a relationship with God, but this time you do. This time is totally different. It's totally different. See, this time is different for me because when I was in the same predicament before, I didn't know God. I didn't know how to pray to God. I didn't know how to lean on God. I didn't know how to call on the name of Jesus. I was depending on my own strength. But this time when I make the decision, okay, I'm just going to go left, because in my heart, in my soul, in my mind, that is how I feel like God is tugging me to go. And you better believe he's going to be with me along the way, because this time I know him. This time I consulted him. This time I decided I'm going to seek you for the answer. So when you've been seeking God and you've been praying for God and you decide to take, okay, God, I believe this is what you're telling me. This is the way I'm going to go. If it's not the way that you're supposed to go, then guess what? God is going to make sure that that door gets closed so that you can be turned around. But you can't be afraid of a detour. You cannot be afraid to be turned around if you do take a wrong step. But God is going to make sure that he leads you. He makes sure that he orders your steps. And he's going to make sure that he opens those doors that no man can shut. He's going to make sure that even if you do make the wrong decision, he is going to bless the decision that you made. Sarah and Abraham made a bad decision. They made a bad decision by telling Abraham to go sleep with Hagar and get that girl pregnant. But at the end of the day, he told Abraham, he said, I'm going to bless your son. He said, okay, I'll bless your son Isaac. But what about Ishmael? He said, I'm going to bless him and he's going to be fruitful and multiply too. Even though it was a mistake because they did not believe God. They did not believe God. So they went and made their own way. But God said, I'm still going to bless the mistake that you made. And that's what you have to, even if you make a mistake, God will still bless it. He said Ishmael too is going to be fruitful and he's going to multiply. He's still going to have those descendants beyond what you could count. I'm going to make him a ruler over his own nation, even though it was a mistake because he didn't trust God. And even though he did not trust God, he had a heart for God. And God still made that prophecy come to pass where Sarah got pregnant and he still had Ishmael where he was able to bless the both of them. So you have to remember throughout all this, everything that I have said on this podcast, on this YouTube, that God will bless your mistake. So don't get so caught up that I'm in this fork in the road that I don't know whether to go left. I don't know whether to go right. But at the end of the day, I'm going to trust that God is going to lead me. He's going to lead me. So that is what, y'all, I'm about to start crying, so I'm going to hurry up and get off here. But at the end of the day, you have to trust God. You have to trust God. You have to trust. I'm talking to myself. You have to trust God in spite of what the situation looks like. You got to know that everything is going to work together for your good. You have to know that. You have to know it in your heart. Despite of what the enemy is trying to show you, despite of if the enemy shows you now you done came to the end of a road, it ain't nowhere else to go. It looks deserted on both ends. At the end of the day, God is going to lead you into the promised land. He's going to lead you into that paradise that he said that you can have. But as long as you do not allow fear to grip you and fear to have you stuck in that place trying to make a decision, but you are going to be led by God to take the way that he wants you to take. And even if you think he wants you to take that way and he said, nah, that's not the right way, let me turn you around, you got to know that he's going to lead me in spite of. He's going to lead you. But I thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope this blessed your heart. I hope it blessed your soul. I really do. I hope it blessed you on today. So make sure you guys, what I tell y'all, like, subscribe, share. Yeah, like, subscribe, share, comment. Make sure you shop with Shelena's.com. We gonna have a Cyber Monday preview. Oh, this is what else I want to say. So I am going to do the 6-week boot camp. I received a lot of responses from you guys. So we are going to start that. I'll send you guys, for those that text me, I had a few people inbox me. I think I had some people email me. So I'll be sure to get all of your email addresses so that I can send you out when we are going to meet. And we're going to really each week talk about something different. We're going to talk about fear. We're going to talk about anxiety. We're going to talk about the pressure of trying to be perfect. We're going to talk about letting go. We're going to talk about being authentically you. We're going to take off this mask. We're going to take off this person that we think we're supposed to be. And we're going to find out who God called us to be. So we get so lost in our identities. We get so lost in what society expects us to be. But in this 6-week boot camp, we are going to find us. We're going to find us. And by the time 2022 get here, you're going to step into the new year knowing who you authentically are. And it's going to be 6 weeks. Like I told y'all, it's no charge. I just want women to get together and we're going to find out who God has called us to be. And we're going to find it out throughout the word. Because that is what is going to be established in us. That is what is going to keep us. Amen? Amen. All right. I love you guys. I will see you guys next Monday. Bye.